We'll chant Om 3 times together. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you as the living presence of God. I bow to the entire universe. Om. Amen. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev, we all have assembled here in the temple of meditation, Kriya Dhyana Mandir in Seattle area, the ashram in West Coast, to commemorate Sri Gurudev's coming to West, its 50th year, and at the same time to celebrate its foundation day. When this ashram was inaugurated, it was Akshaya Tritiya, the third moon after the new moon, in the bright fortnight, very auspicious day, and it was 15th of May. So this year, coincidentally, on both the occasions, on Akshaya Tritiya we were here, and also 15th, which is tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll have puja and all other activities. So this ashram has its own beauty. When we walked through the forest, the wooded area, and the meditation trail in honor of Sri Gurudev, Sri Hariharananda, Swami Hariharananda, or Paramahansa Hariharananda meditation trail, walking trail. It was reminding me of Sri Gurudev and Puri during those days. The world is undergoing a lot of change and rapid urbanization. Puri during Gurudev's time, as I have heard, it was so much wooded and forest. And Gurudev used to go and meditate the whole day in forest. It was not too far, maybe 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers away from ashram. He used to carry his food, and the only nuisance was the monkeys, the red-faced monkeys, So Gurudev used to hide food below sand. Then he used to sit and meditate. The forest. Now those forests in Puri have become a dream. So when I was looking at our ashram, these tall trees and shaded, wooded, it was giving such a nice feeling that how he would have meditated during those days. Gurudev meditated in forest and sometimes in the rooms, but we mostly are, indoor animals. And really, forest, natural beauty. I'm so happy. I was asking the other day to some of our residents, how many lakes we have in Canada? Some say 100, 200, 1,000. People cannot imagine there are more than 70,000 lakes, or even in one country. 75,000, 35,000, 35,000 lakes in one country. Lakes are disappearing. You will say, what? Lakes are disappearing? Yes, it disappeared in Puri. Where we have our Baligai ashram, nearby there was a big lake. Its name was Sara. In Odisha, we had 3 lakes. One is a huge lake. It is having its opening to the sea. Its name is Chilika. It is there. Another is Amsupa. It is there. The Sara lake disappeared. Many people from Odisha may not know that there was a lake. And that lake was very close to Baligai ashram. Where is it? What happened? Our civilization is going in such a way, it is alarming. Usable water crisis, drinking water crisis, depletion of underground water very rapidly because of use of modern technology and drawing more and more and more water without any consideration. And there is no thought of recharging of soil with water. So the trees, the creepers, the plants, they are part of our life. We survive if they survive. But we never think that they are inevitable part of our life and we have to preserve and conserve. However, I pray to God and Sri Gurudev that our attitude towards life, this Mother Earth, nature, environment, we should be more and more conscious, and we should really try to preserve as much as possible, personally consuming or using less water, encouraging everybody in the family for decrease of water consumption. Similarly, it's good thing that paper use is reduced quite a bit. In one way, it is good, but still then, we depend upon paper products so much in many different ways. Paper is tree. The source of paper is tree and plants. So today, when I was reading about Sri Hanuman, and I was writing, so I read about him after the downfall of Ravana, and they came back to Ayodhya. Long after that, Lord Rama was advised, can you do a special ceremony, a yajna? It means people should follow the path of values. And anybody who doesn't want to follow this path will protest you. If they protest, then we have to face them. So it is called as Ashwamedha Yajna. As a part of this, in a very peaceful but also with force, both together, a ceremonial horse will tour everywhere. And anybody who follows the path of dharma, they will respect it. Anybody who doesn't want will forcefully snatch the horse away. And then there will be little, So Lord Hanuman, Lord Rama told Hanuman, you accompany them. So they were going from kingdom to kingdom, forest. It is not just pass through highways. So they had met many hermits, rishis, saints and sages. One rishi they met and followed. Many people, rishis were living with him. His name is Rishi Chyavana. What is his name? Rishi Chyavana. So then this narration is very little, but then I thought, okay, to add little bit more about him. So I was writing about him. He was son of a great rishi whose name is Bhrigu. And many consider Mother Lakshmi was son of Bhrigu. That's why her name is Bhargavi. Shukra, the guru of Asuraj, the guru of Asuraj, Acharya Shukra was also his son. So one son of Bhrigu is Chyavana. The story goes, Bhrigu was married to Puloma, a very pious and pure woman. She was pregnant. One Asura, whose name is Dhyana, Dhyana means oppression, abducted her forcibly. But when she was snatched away and she had tears, she had fear, she had, she got miscarriage. She was carrying the baby, but the baby was alive. Seeing this condition, that Asura got terrified, and the unhappiness and sadness of this mother became fire, that Asura was burnt into ash. So bringing this baby boy, she came back to Rishi's ashram. The Rishi understood what happened. And they gave the name Chyavana. Chyavana is coming from the root verb chew. Chavate, chuta, chew dhatu. Chew means falling down, coming out. So he came out very early. So his name became Chyavana. Very smart boy. It is said that those who are early delivered babies, if they, some of them become very intelligent also. So he studied all the Vedas, all scriptures, everything as a little boy. Then he went to meditate. Meditated. However, meditation, it is just a drama. He forgot the body. He forgot food. He forgot drink. Forgot means there is no need. Because once one is beyond body consciousness, and slowly the ants made their, ant hill around him. Long years passed away, he is there inside. Once a king whose name is Saryati, with his army, with his family, they came for a trip into the forest. This king had a young daughter whose name is Sukanya. Sukanya with her friends were walking in the forest and enjoying nature just like we walked in the little walking trail. It's not too long. I was told it is point one fourth of a mile we walked. Little more than 1/5, less than 1/4. So they found there is ant hill, but something is dazzling, looking like gems. It was the eyes. She didn't know, became curious. What is it? To know it, bringing two big thorns and pierced it. Oh God. Blood came out. And then the Rishi became body conscious. The pain of the Rishi caused, in all the army, all the king's people, everybody, no, no number two and number one. Blockage. So there was no, doctor to whether it is urologist or colonologist or whoever, whatever you tell, to help. Nothing. They all were suffering because they have motion, but nothing is coming out. The king, he was wise. He felt it must be someone's curse or someone's, otherwise how all people will be suffering like this. So he meditated and prayed and could feel that here is the mistake and came to this ant hill and prayed, forgive us. Yesterday, last night, I was talking about some book plan for the next year after, like this. So a thought came, because there was something last year, I was talking about cost of unforgiveness. Have you heard the word unforgiveness? Forgive. But if we don't forgive, how it costs to ourselves, how it costs to others. Then I found I have already started writing, and about 1,300 words. Then I heard that I gave a talk in Brazil last year, and it was already transcribed. It was about 3,700 words. So, forgiveness. So the king was asking about forgiveness. Forgive us. And slowly the Rishi came out of the anthill. No eyesight. The king, to please this Rishi the Rishi said, be healthy, be happy. The king wanted that who will take care of him? Who will take care of him? King had this young princess who created this mistake, told, oh Rishi, marry my daughter and she will take care of you. And the daughter didn't protest. Daughter also accepted it. Not that I did mistake, I will do penance, but I have the opportunity to serve. I have done mistake, but also I can serve. And she accepted this hermit, old, emaciated body. You can imagine such long period of time remaining under the ant hill, how he would be looking. You just think if we would have been there. And she's extremely beautiful. It is a problem. Anybody, man or woman, who is beautiful has problem. Because people create problem. You may not be problem, but they create problem for you. Ashwini Kumara, the twins, they go together, move together, live together. I don't know how many of you have heard his name. He was son of Surya. There is little description of these two sons. It is in Dancing with Death. So they seeing this beautiful young lady felt attracted and came and told, why you are wasting your time with this man? Come with us. And they're pretty and they're divine, celestials. They have lots of power. And ordinary human mind, what will tell? Where there is power, there is strength, there is beauty, there is nothing could allure this young lady. She was very firm in her life. No. I belong to him, he belongs to me, no one else. So, hearing these strong words, these twins got terrified because they were tempting her. And now, when she is firm, she might curse, go away. And now they wanted to please her. Forgive us, tell us how can we serve you. If you want to serve me, then do one thing. So what to do? You heal this husband of mine. That is, we'll do it. They prepared one Ayurvedic medicine, taking which this emaciated, old-looking, in other words, not pleasant, ugly, and no eyesight, all this, got complete rejuvenation. You can, in yogic language, in Ayurveda, they called as Kaya Kalpa. Completely young, youthful. And that medicine's name was Chyavana Prasha. Prasha means food. Food for Chyavana. Chyavana Prasha. However, so they lived together. Very joyful, happy life. They lived. I will tell another story from Seth Chavan. Let me finish Hanuman from here. When Chavana is addressing all the rishis, he said, do you know, all the rishis, we are so blessed and fortunate. We are at the time of Lord Rama. He is the divine incarnation. Taking his name means Rama, not only good people become better, even the most notorious, involved in many, many dirty things, they get liberated. And he is doing this yajna just to bring more sanctity, purity among all of us. So we are happy to witness it. You go or not, I am going there. Satrughna said, you all are invited to go and participate. Satrughna, Lord Rama's youngest brother. So he said, okay, I'll go on walking. Satrughna said, why you are so old? From here you'll go on walking. Why to take so much of with my family? So take such strain. We have Hanuman who can just take you in a moment's time. And Hanuman, here one thing to tell you, Hanuman is the one who is always ready to serve. And serve whom? Serve the Lord. Serve the cause of the Lord. Serve the devotees, those who love God. But both to serve the Lord and to serve the devotees who love the Lord. He said, I'm ready, I can carry you. And he took them to Ayodhya and placed them. In no time, he came back. This Chyavana, once what he did, he wanted to do a special penance. He'll say, what is the penance? Its name is Jalavasa. When we were walking today in the trail, our designer of our trail or our garden specialist, what is your name?
Christine.
Christine Ma. So she was describing her home. It is such a beautiful place. Inside an island, you have to, it takes half an hour to come from the island, then walk 10 minutes to your car, then come here another 35, 40 minutes or so to ashram, and she comes here and does seva and meditating. As she said, it is so beautiful, I even sometimes do not want to come out to be there. Here, Seth Chyavana decided not to live just in an island, to live in water. How many of you can plan? You'll see how to breathe. He had that breath control. There is no need of one who could live, without food, without anything, and the ants are making their, home on him. He decided to be underwater. How long? Years after 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 years. He's inside water, just by himself and meditating. My friends, how long can we really hold our breath? If the breath will stop, everything stops to us. But we are so ungrateful, we do not love our breath. If I ask each one of you, no need to raise your hands up on this. Suppose today, how long did you watch your breath? How long did you forget? We are forgetting again and again and again and again. It is, oh God. And this is our sadhana. And he was underwater for long period of time. No breath, being in water. I will tell another story. It is not story, it happened. And the story who narrated me this incident, he was a disciple of Gurudev and who has seen this sadhu. And in his young age, one who's narrated me, he's no more. If he would have been alive, he must have been 90 years or 95 years, closer to 100. He could have been, if he would have been alive. So the story which he described, it was in his teenage or 20s. If you think 85 years ago, it's 1930s, for example, the incident he narrated near me. It was during a heavy flood. And washermen, the net got stuck. After the flood receded, they were catching. So they tried to, because the net is not coming, so they went and they found somebody, a human. They brought him up, a human being, in the net, and was in lotus posture. And they brought him, and when they brought him, they felt that this is not dead body, it seems to be alive, because they felt it. So they took this lotus posture, this, and it was a sadhu, a holy man. And slowly he became conscious. Slowly he opened his eyes. I'm telling the story of 1930s, and the person who narrated, it is his village story. So he said that when he became conscious, then he was not talking, but people could feel that he has lots of power. Otherwise, how could he survive underwater like this? And he lived in that village for some years, then he left his body. He talked very little, otherwise he was not talking. He had lots of miracles and wonders which he worked. It's not long ago. So now come back to our Chyavana, who was underwater. And the fishermen caught him in the net, thinking that it's a big fish. They found a Rishi. And slowly Rishi became conscious. And Rishi was compassionate. He said, "Oh fisherman, you did so much of labor, but your labor, there is no result. Result is you will get nothing. So you have worked so much, do one thing. Take me to the king." They took him to the king, and the king respected him, did doing some puja. He said, "Oh king, I am like the fish, they caught me. In exchange of me, you give them some reward, let they go." Now the king is in trouble. In exchange of him, this is the tricky word. How can you value a rishi? He said, "Maybe 1,000 gold coin." Rishi said, "What? My value is 1,000 gold coins. 100,000? He said, "What? 100,000? He said, half of my kingdom." He said, "What? Half of your kingdom? My kingdom I give." He said, "What? Your kingdom?" He had nothing more to give because he was the king, so the kingdom, that is the maximum thing he can give. Do you know what he did? The king had a guru who guided him. He said, "A cow." What he said? "A cow, milking cow." Rishi smiled. He said, "Intelligent reply." Then he narrated why the cow. There is a beautiful description why a cow. Why cow's value is worthier than himself, not even the kingdom, not even millions and billions. This is Chyavana. Today, when I was writing about Hanuman, only the story is Hanuman took him this much. I wanted to add this story. Then I was thinking, who is Chyavana? Remember, the Chyavana is from the verb chew. Chew means to fall or to be detached. We all are fallen. Chyuta. But we have to make ourselves Chyavana through our sadhana. We have to transform ourselves. And it is in our hands. There's nothing. And remember, whatever the masters tell us to do, it is nothing a big thing which we cannot do it. It is possible. Gurudev used to say, with example, he said, quite a few examples he said. He said Angulimala. He said Takshavil. He said Dasyu Ratnakara. He said Girish Ghosh. Girish Ghosh is 120 years old story, not long ago. 130 years, 120 years. He lived, he was a disciple of Thakur Ramakrishna. There is a beautiful book, Ratnakar Girish Chandra, in Bengali. In Bengali, you do know, sometimes I ask our Swamis from India, can you read Bengali? Can you read Bengali? All our Kriya masters, you think of Lahiri Mahasaya. He was Bengali. All his disciples were mostly Bengalis. And their disciples, mostly Bengalis. Paramahansa Yoganandaji came to America, we'll tell, oh, all right, he had American disciples. Gurudev came to Odisha, and then he came to West, we can tell, yes, we have disciples in India, disciples abroad, more global, but mostly from Bengal. Although they lived in different parts of India, and most of their writings are in Bengali. Bengali language itself, I'm not, at least for me, because I know the value. Apart from Sanskrit, Bengali language has enriched my thinking, my understanding, my spiritual study to such an extent, apart from Sanskrit. Next to Sanskrit is this. And you will be surprised to know, till now, there are many classical Sanskrit texts which are not available in Devanagari, are available in Bengali. You'll ask, how come? From where did it come? I'm telling in book form, in printed form. It is because of the printing press coming to India, first to Bengal. You know this? Calcutta was capital of India till 1910 or so, something like this. Calcutta was capital of India, not Delhi. Delhi became capital of India after the 1910 or 1911, something. Exact year you can search. I'm not a student of history. So everything, whatever from Europe came first to Kolkata, then went to anywhere in India. Printing press. And just to give you a simple example, when I wanted to work on Jnana Sankalini Tantra, Devanagari print I couldn't find. It was in Bengali. So to verify whether the verses are right or wrong, or because only one book, one publication, its text was found in British Library. And Suddhananda compared from British Library. He said, all your texts are fine, correct. So only in Bengali, not in Hindi. Now maybe more books might be printed. So this is Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, there is a book, its name is Ratnakar Girish Chandra. It is about Girish Ghosh. Such beautiful, look at the author himself, he was a gifted author. He's telling that some Vaishnavas, they're chanting in front of the house of Girish Ghosh. Girish Ghosh was, during his time, was the most famous actor, director, those who write the drama, playwright, singer, writing songs, lyrics, owner of a famous theater. He was a versatile character, a genius, but at the same time, alcohol, women, and so on. As the modern virtue or vices, you can tell. He was, oh God, this Vaishnavas, they are going chanting in front of his house. And he was upset. He opened the door. He told his attendant, bring the bottle. So they're bringing the bottle. These Vaishnavas, they are thinking he's having some Saranamrit. Saranamrit means some holy water, Ganga water or from the temple. See, is it some holy water? He said, no, it is alcohol. And he poured in presence of them and started drinking. And they ran away because alcohol, I will tell about alcohol. Thakur Ramakrishna Paramahansa told, while teaching his disciples, he said, few places you avoid where people drink alcohol. You avoid it. Thakur Ramakrishna had a devotee and who was staying with him. His name is Latu. This Latu, he never went to school. Nobody knows from where did he come. He seemed to be a tribal boy. He grew up with Ramakrishna and Sarada Devi. So he has gone to buy something. And he's not coming back. It is not too far So Thakur said, hey, go and search for him. Where did he go? Then they searching him, they found he was coming, but in another direction. What happened to you? Why you are taking so long time? Then he described, Thakur, you said that avoid the place where there is alcohol. So it is Calcutta. I go this side, I found alcohol shop, wine shop. So I took turn this side. I have not to cross. I'm walking from this lane to this lane, this lane to this lane, this lane to this. So when I read about Thakur Ramakrishna, then I thought of poor me. I'm talking of me. In aeroplane you come. Mostly in intercontinental or international flights. What to do? So Gurudev said, if Girish Ghosh could change himself, if Ratnakara could change himself, if the woman who was going to be stoned in the Bible could change herself, if Billamangala could change himself, Tulasidas, who became a saint, all of them, they changed themselves. If we compare with them, we are much better than them. We are not so bad as they are. But what is happening? Gurudev said, your desire is not strong. Gurudev said, your desire for change is not strong. You are not determined. They are determined, they could, but we are not determined. When we are celebrating Gurudev's this coming to West, we are celebrating 50 years. Next year in USA, at North and South America, we will celebrate 50 years of his coming to America. You celebrate, but celebration will have no meaning if we do not follow. If we do not follow, what is the meaning of celebration? You say we love him, but love means to serve, love means to follow, love means to obey, love means to serve. Are we really following? Are we really? Time is passing. We came here. Today is the 5th day. Tomorrow, the 6th day. Then we have to go. But yes, we have to go. I will go. You'll ask, when will you come back? Why should I come back? You will tell, because there is ashram, it doesn't matter. Real coming back, do you know what is happening? When you see the change in people, a person is really putting effort to change. If we don't change ourselves, then it is in our hand. If we want to change, Gurudev always said, it is in your hand. One day, I was sitting in the room, I was young, one brahmachari came, and I was asked him, what is my future? Gurudev said, it is in your hand. Very simple thing. Your future is in your own hand. Your life is in your own hand. Your progress is in your own hand. The same thing Jesus said. Go and tell, kingdom of heaven is near. Kingdom of heaven is at your hand. Kingdom of heaven is within you. So it is, and ordinary mind, do you know what happens? It complains. Oh, this thing happened, that's why I could not. Huh? Do you think Gurudev had very nice environment? He could do it. Gurudev, when he was staying in Kodar ashram, even if he was observing silence and he was meditating and also doing seva silently, and this seva, not that it is given, oh, your seva is to do this, your seva is to this. We are the volunteers for the trail, we are the volunteer for kitchen, we are the volunteer. If something is designated to you, it is no more seva. It becomes a duty. Yes,
You are not paid. Seva is that which comes spontaneously, doing everything without being asked, not even expecting somebody's appreciation, but doing it. That is what seva is. So Gurudev saw when he came to Kodar Ashram, he came in 1938. 38 means how many years ago? 86 years ago. How many years ago? 86 years ago. I don't think anybody here who is 86. Nobody. So ashram did not have any fence. Forget about boundary wall. There was no fence. It was open. Stray dogs, other animals. Even Yukteswar's temple, there was no temple. It was a sand, mount of sand, and then little thatched roof. That's all. Even the dogs were going and sleeping there because there was no fence, nothing. Gurudev himself, nobody told him. So he really brought in his own hand, he said, the ashram's property was so miserable, you cannot walk barefoot. Although seaside sand, there is a special weed with thorns. They grow during monsoon, survive for 3-4 months, 5 months, then they die. But thorns are everywhere. Gurudev said it took 3 years to make the property without thorn. Because every year, even if you take uproot, somewhere some seeds will be there. After 3 years, it was okay. And he was doing all this. The same thing he did in his own hand. There are two, it is tropical needle trees. There are two inside the property, which it is neither for. Gurudev wanted to make garden, he cut down. The ashram in charge was so furious, and he stopped Gurudev's food. Gurudev was young. And he said, bring 2 big size these saplings, plant it, and then you'll ask for food. Go. He was so rude. And Gurudev had to walk. Those who know Puri, and those plants were, the big size plants were available. It is near Loknath temple. From ashram, it will be nearly 1.5 miles. You can tell closer to 2 miles away. There was no straight road. So he went bringing those 2 on his own shoulder. It was tall. And planting it, begging apology. And then how much of patience, tolerance he had, enduring. Otherwise, he would have said, enough, I can meditate at my home. I have enough. Why to suffer here like this, suffer this type of ill treatment? But why did he accept? No. One will think that I can stay at my home, I can meditate. No, it is my Guru's place. My Gurudev, what happened with Gurudev? Gurudev told that your destiny is to be a monk. Gurudev felt no. His mind was not prepared for it. Gurudev, Yukteswarji told, come and stay in Kodar Ashram. He said, in first meeting, if suppose you come and in the first meeting, your teacher will tell, leave everything and live in the ashram. You'll think, what? Why? Why he is talking like this? And Gurudev denied indirectly. It was in 1932. So Gurudev came to Kodar Ashram in 1938, 6 years after. So he's following the same, as Guru said, that same thing is happening to him. But do you know what happens? He had this feeling, I could not understand him. I could not follow him. So it took 6 years to convert himself or change that feeling coming to him. So he accepted, okay, whatever might happen, I'll stay here. And Yukteswarji was there, and so, if you read Gurudev's biography, Yukteswar's biography, you'll find how many times he appeared, how many times he guided him. So the thing is, we are not following. The problem is following. Jesus said, follow, you will find. Suppose you came to the teacher said, be strict to yourself, do like this. But how sincerely you will follow it? It depends upon you. If you follow, you'll find. If you don't follow, it is your luck, good luck. So, such beautiful place Gurudev gave to us. Sometimes I thought, okay, Miami is in the east coast, complete towards south. Here in west coast, more towards north. So in south, it was more closer to South America. Here it is north, closer to Canada, Vancouver and other places. So I'm so happy that disciples from Vancouver coming and other places of Canada coming here and joining the program. I got a note from, please come to our city. And then in the note it is written, it is not possible for all of us to go. And it is not, what is this? We can't provide, it is expensive. They tell to come here. I heard Canada and here it is 1-2 exchange rate. $1, 1.5, 2.
1.4.
1.4. So, however, it is not so for everybody to come. It's travel, stay, and all this. And poor Pragyananda, what he will do? Everybody wants to, please come, please come. How many places he can go? So, however, meditate nicely, follow the masters, and practice forgiveness, practice endurance, practice love. Without that, life is not life. And don't blame. Don't find fault in others. So when I was looking at that note which I wrote on cost of unforgiveness, so excuse, accuse, 2 words. Accuse, excuse. Uh-huh. We should accuse others or we should excuse others? Accuse, excuse. So, time in West Coast is getting over. Tomorrow, last day, and tomorrow is the celebration program. Today is a special day, you know this? Today is the special day. It is Jyeshtha Sankranti, Vaishak. It's today the beginning of this lunar month, the second lunar month of this, solar month. Today the second solar month of the year. The solar year begins from Vaishak. Today the solar month, Jyeshtha Sankranti. Today. Tomorrow is a special day. Day after tomorrow is a special day. You'll tell how many special days you have. Every day. Tomorrow is special day. Day after tomorrow is birthday of Mother Sita. Not birthday. She appeared because she was, Mother Sita is an abandoned child. You know this? Sita, Rama and Sita. Mother Sita is an abandoned child found, it was under soil. In scriptures, we find few abandoned children. One is, do you know who? Moses. Moses was abandoned child. It was thrown in the river. Karna in Mahabharata is an abandoned child. Mother Sita is an abandoned child. Oh, Panditji, yes or no? Sundhi Sakhi Matal, abandoned child. Sant Kabir, people mystify things, but Sant Kabir is an abandoned child. Sant Kabir. Thank you all. Every day is special day, every moment is special if we make it special. God bless you all. Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us pray to God and Gurudev to bless each one of us. I will be your worthy child. I will not allow my mind to make myself weak, to see fault in others, discuss negative. I will be always practical, positive, full of spirit. I will fight with my negatives. Bless me. We'll chant Mahamrutyunjaya mantra 5 times together. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Oh, Amen.